As we're just getting started in the Scarlet and Violet era and we've surpassed the Sword and Shield era, looking back at the Sun and Moon era, some cards have been going absolutely crazy, but not just cards, sealed product as well. So today we're going to be taking a look at what's been going on in the Sun and Moon era. Sun and Moon era, one of my actually favorite eras. I think the artwork and the sets in the Sun and Moon era are very, very good. Similar to Sword and Shield, there are some insanely high priced cards that are just constantly going up, and sealed product as well has been going up pretty much across the board for all sets in the Sun and Moon era. So today we're going to be taking a look at TCG Player at what is really going on in the Sun and Moon era. Okay, first up we have Cosmic Eclipse coming in, one of my all-time favorite sets. The booster boxes, as you can see the price, guys, very, very high indeed. $668 for a sealed booster box of Cosmic Eclipse. The booster box has gone up quite a lot recently, from $570 now up to basically gained $100 in the past 3 months. If we go back 6 months, we can see that the booster box was around $540, so it's been going up and up and up. We go back a year and it was sitting around $500. It was known to be one of the most expensive sets in the Sun and Moon era, so it's interesting that it's going up even more. We're looking at around $18.50 on average for a booster pack now from a sealed Cosmic Eclipse box. That is absolutely insane. I actually got one. I do have one sealed in my collection. I managed to pick mine up about a year ago for around about £400, and that was quite expensive back then, and now it's going up even more. So it is pretty crazy to think that this booster box is as high as it is and is going to continue to climb. Now, some big cards from Cosmic Eclipse. We have the Rosa Full Art. A lot of the female Full Art trainers, guys, let you know, they're going up in price. $185 for the most expensive card in the set. Over the past 3 months, it was $140, and like I say, now it's $185. Big card. We go back a year. This card has always been quite pricey, at over $100, but for it to be $185 is really, really good. And I think it will continue to climb, and we're going to see it across the board with a bunch of cards from the Sun and Moon era. Then we have the Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia GX alternate art from Cosmic, and this is $174. And again, over the past 3 months, it's gone from $120 to $175. Big climb up, big money climb up. We go back a year, this card was around $89. And look at it now. It's doubled in a year. More than doubled, in fact, in a year. Absolutely incredible. And it's a gorgeous looking card. And the tag team cards across the board in the Sun and Moon era have been going up. And we're going to see that in the trend of this video. But it is really, really crazy that these cards are getting that expensive. Next, we have Unified Minds, which again is another one of my favorite Sun and Moon era sets. This price of a booster box has been going up, but nowhere near as much and as fast as Cosmic Eclipse. We're looking around $450, up from $400, so it has been going up across the board. We go back a year and this set was around that $360. Now, I have one box myself. I did pick it up for $310. That was about maybe 9 or so months ago, so it was a while ago, and it has been going up since. And this is just a fantastic set. I love opening this up. We have done a box break of Unified Minds, and it is such a brilliant set, and you have some amazing cards. It's quite interesting that we're looking at Evolving Skies, and Evolving Skies is reaching close to these price points, and it's in the Sword and Shield era. So these booster boxes are kind of like the somewhat natural progression value of a booster box, whereas we're going to have some unusual ones like we have Cosmic, and we're going to get into Team Up in a minute. They're kind of on that same level as Evolving Skies, where they're going really, really fast. But Unified Minds has just been steadily growing up over time, so it's really interesting to see. Cards from Unified Minds is the Misty's Favor. Again, another female trainer card. We're looking at $180, was up from $120 3 months ago. Absolutely crazy. We go back a year, this card was $80. We're seeing another trend, kind of like the Arceus trio. Bang, shot right up in the past year. Absolutely incredible. Tough card to pull. It's not easy to pull at all, but a big card nonetheless coming out of Unified Minds. Next, we have Unbroken Bonds. I still need to get this in my collection. I did have one at one point, and then we did a box break. This is a big, big set. $477. It's gone up a little bit. Compared to the rest, it's only gone up a little bit over the past 3 months. We go back a year, and it's been pretty steady. So compared to the last ones we just looked at, this has been pretty stable over the past 12 months. There are some big cards, however, in this set that have been going up in value. Sun and Moon era booster boxes over here in the UK are really tough to get hold of. You can get them on eBay. On average, a lot of them are around £400. So it is getting quite tricky to get hold of some. The big card, however, is the Gardevoir and Sylveon GX alt art from Unbroken Bonds. Look at the price tag on this one. $193, nearly $200 a card. Went up from $120 3 months ago. We go back a year. Again, this card was at around $80. We've been seeing this trend over the past year. These big Sun and Moon era cards have just been smashing through it. And it's interesting because they're now overtaking some of the big cards in the Sword and Shield era, which is kind of come to expect, right? Because these are quite old, you know, and the booster boxes are quite pricey. So I do expect a lot of these cards to go up. But to go up that quick over the past 12 months, huge. Absolutely huge. Next, we have Celestial Storm. Now, this is another set that's been going up as well. $561. So this one's been, you know, kind of the higher end of the Sun and Moon era. Another booster box I really want in my collection. Now, this has been going up again a little bit over the past 3 months, around about $40 or so. We go back a year, this has been going up. Compared to some of the other sets, this actually has been doing pretty well. $100 in the past year, it is steadily climbing. And again, there are some fantastic cards in this set. And a real big chase card. The real big chase card in this set is the Licia Full Art again. Another waifu trainer card coming in. Look at the price though, $245. It was $170, which was already high 3 months ago, and it's gained $70 in the past 3 months. We go back a year, $120 to $250. It's doubled in price from $120, which is very, very crazy. So yeah, we're looking at big cards, big chase card in Celestial Storm. $250. It's going to be interesting to see how far this will really go. And the trend of these female trainers, especially from the Sun and Moon era, have been smashing it. They really have. Compared to Sword and Shield, there hasn't really been that many great full art trainers that really hold like insane value. In Sun and Moon, I just think they hit different and they look fantastic. Then we have Ultra Prism. Now, Ultra Prism is an interesting set because there's a big card which we'll get to in a moment. $430, and it's been going up from $395 to around $430. Over here in the UK, you can pick this up, I've seen, for about $400. A lot of them are around $400. Then we go back a year. Okay, $340, $350. It was gained around about $70 to $80 overall in the past year. So not as crazy as some of the other boxes, but again, steadily climbing. This is such a fantastic set with a massive, massive chase card. And of course, the chase card is the Lily Full Art. Incredible. $385. And it's gone up by nearly $85 in the past 3 months. Past 3 months, $85. We go back a year. Okay, it did actually come from $220. It's nearly doubled in a year from $220. This is crazy. This card's probably going to be $500 before we know it. You know, before we know it. This is one of the biggest cards from the Sun and Moon era. I have never seen one in person. It's probably absolutely amazing because the artwork's really nice. Like I say, Sun and Moon trainer cards just hit different. And this is such a massive card from Ultra Prism. Then we're coming into the unusual territory. We have Team Up, okay? As you can see from the price, $1,200. In fact, sorry, $1,270 for this booster box. And it's gone up by over $200 in the past 3 months. We go back a year. This set has always been expensive, but this is just another level. It really, really is. So in the past year, it was $800. And now it's gone up by over $400. So it's gone up by 50% in the past year. It is the most expensive box in the Sun and Moon era. And it's up there to be one of the most expensive modern boxes, period. This is just an insane, insane set. And the cards have reflected the price of getting hold of these booster boxes. I mean, if you want to get one here in the UK, good luck. You know, these are super tough to find. Like, really, really tough. I think I saw one about a year ago on eBay. Recently sold, I think it was like £900. That was over a year ago, and I haven't really seen many since. So this is super tough to get hold of here, but nonetheless, this is a massive set. And the biggest card in the set is one of my all-time favorite cards, and I really want this in my collection, is the Latias and Latios GX Alt Art Tag Team card. Look at the price, $550, and it's been going up, you know, from 3 months ago, from $420, bang, basically $550. A year ago, it was $280. It's doubled. This card is massive, guys. Now, I did a list of the most expensive modern alt art cards, and this was second on the list, always behind the Umbreon from Evolving Skies. If I'm being honest, this could overtake Umbreon. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, other cards have gone up which have, you know, gained a ton of value, especially in Team Up, and there are a few other alt arts in Team Up which are pushing that $250, $300 mark, which, you know, is now matching the Rayquaza and matching the Giratina. This is a whole different ball game, so we're gonna have to wait and see what's going to happen towards the end of the year between this and the Umbreon. Them two are really going at it. Now, you may be thinking, will Evolving Skies go the same way as Team Up? We will have to wait and see, if I'm being honest. There's been a lot more of Evolving Skies released and out there than there was Team Up. So I think Team Up kind of has that kind of going for it, that there's less of it out there. And there was always going to be less of it out there. But we'll have to wait and see how things go with this card. And of course, Evolving Skies booster boxes, and as well as the Umbreon. So there you have it, guys. That's what's been going on in the Sun and Moon era. I know, absolutely crazy. We didn't go through every single set, but we went through some with some of the biggest movers and the biggest cards. There are some amazing sets in the Sun and Moon era. I have some in my collection. I try to get one of each of the Sun and Moon era booster boxes. I've got a few. I've got Cosmic, I've got Burning Shadows, I've got Unified Minds, and I recently picked up Guardians Rising, but there are some others. You know, Team Up, super expensive. Unbroken Bonds is going up there as well. Celestial Storm, Lost Thunder's another great set. There are a ton, and I'm trying to get hold of them. It is getting more and more tricky, especially here in the UK. I know over in the US, these booster boxes are quite somewhat easier anyway. Yeah, I wouldn't say easy, but easier to get hold of than it is here. You may see one or two on eBay of a particular set go in, but very, very rare do we see any of them. So very, very tough. So let me know down in the comments, guys, what are your thoughts on the Sun and Moon era and what has been going on? Do you think the Latios and Latias will overtake the Umbreon? We'll have to wait and see. If you made this far into the video, guys, and you've enjoyed it, make sure to smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe for more Pokemon content. If you want to find out the big market movers in the Sword and Shield era, then make sure to click on this video right here. And of course, you know what to do. Make sure to smash that subscribe button to watch more Pokemon content. All right, guys, that's it from me in this video. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, you guys are legends, and I'll see you in the next one.